dumb questions to ask a real estate agent. There's no real dumb questions, but there's some annoying ones. We're going to talk about them right now. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader.
I love this topic.
Spicy.
We were brought up saying there's no silly question, like, and if you don't ask, you don't get. But I have to say, running open homes for the last few years, we do see, some buyers come in and just navigate them like an absolute pro, and you've got others that just, get you back up.
What about the elder that comes through that just knows everything? Like,
yeah, they're the advisor.
The advisor.
The advisor.
I used to be a real estate agent.
That's it, yeah. And so we're here to talk to you this morning about, I guess, the stupid questions to ask at an open home, or in theory, if you flip it around the other way, like how you can navigate an open home like a pro. Ask the right questions. In my opinion, the right questions unlock all the insights as to what's going on in the owner's head. And that can be really helpful as a buyer, because if you kind of know the way to frame up your offer, or how to, use the terms in the right way to present your offer in the strongest light, it could be the difference of buying the property. So pay attention here. We've got some good little nuggets for you.
Sure, it could be a great way to annoy your real estate agent. If you really want to know how to annoy your real estate agent, watch this show.
Yeah, but look, even if you annoy the real estate agent and don't get along, it shouldn't stop you from buying the property. But if you kind of work together, it will make it a lot easier. So question number one, we've shortlisted 8 of our favorites. Number one, I get it all the time. Why are the owners really selling? And are they in financial distress?
Yeah.
Hear that all the time.
Yeah, it's sort of like you just want to inflict pain on the owner and just tell me that they're desperate.
Yeah. Weird.
I don't mind telling them what the motivation of the owner.
Yeah, I think that's a helpful question. If the owner's, looking at another property, that might give you, that might give you the go ahead to try and put forward a good offer that matches their settlement terms. But
Trade the deal a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it's asked. What's wrong with the property, and why has it been on the market so long?
Oh, yeah.
I love that question, because sometimes
you're asking a salesperson what's wrong with it. We're not even if we knew, we're not going to tell you. We're there to sell it.
But also, we didn't build the property or anything like that. We're fortunate to represent the home in its current state, and of course we organize things like building and pests and strata reports. But that's not the property; that's the whole building. We're not strata managers either. So sometimes you get questions about strata, and it's just that's out of my, that's out of my realm.
How much is in the strata? How much is in the strata, Kitty?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Sometimes the agent knows, or if they don't know, they're able to get the resource to you so you can have a look.
Can't rely on it even if the agent tells you.
That's true. Is the asking price negotiable? How low will they go? I think...
how low will they... I don't mind the negotiable, but how low will they go? That's we're working for the vendor. We're not going to just drop our pants and just say, oh, they're going to take... Well, some agents will, though. Some agents will actually answer that question. They're asking 500,000, but they'll take 450. Well, why are you asking 500,000 for the property when you're going to tell them they're going to take 450 on the spot?
I find buyers get most confused with that asking price or guide price when they might be coming from a different country with a different set of sort of marketing style. So in the UK, as an example, there's an asking price, and quite often you come in under the asking price and then you meet somewhere in the middle. But the word guide for Australian real estate industry is basically like a 10% range to give the buyers goalposts to work between. So if you're looking at a guide of $1 million, that gives you hopefully a bit of an idea as to what the
Give me more stupid questions.
What's the crime rate like in the area? Or I get the other question I get, like how many apartments in the building are rented? Like, we never know these certain numbers, but the best closest you can find is on your strata report. It tells you more or less than 50%. How many people have put in offers? That's a pretty common one. Is that a bad question? How many people have put in offers?
Heaps. There's been so much interest in the property. It's unbelievable.
What about
what's an agent going to say? None. Is the agent going to go no offers? What about what's the owner being offered by other buyers?
Yeah, disclosing offers between parties. I think at that point, if the owner was wanting to, have a conversation with every buyer about every offer, they would probably lean at putting the property to auction. So if it's private treaty,
if an agent's going to tell you what other people are offered, when you submit the offer to the agent, that agent is going to go and tell your offer to all the other buyers out there.
Yeah, spot on. So just be cautious there. What about other hidden issues? Do you get that?
Yeah, but it's again like, as an agent, are you gonna sort of nominate all the negatives on the property straight up because they've asked that question? No.
Yeah. Can you guarantee I won't get money if I buy this? Or would you buy this? Or would you live here? Yeah, that's a question we get sometimes, but it's obviously vary for every individual. But we're fortunate to sell properties at all different price points in all different areas, so it's tricky to ask the agent that sometimes. The other one that I really like, Mark, is when the buyer that comes through and he taps on the wall, see if the wall's brick or gyprock or.
That's the best.
Or when they come into the open home and turn all the lights off, and all the other attendees are looking at them because the lights were on and now the lights are off.
I love that. That is annoying. But
look, there's some.
Are there any other ones?
No, I think those are the best. Look, there is certainly ways you can navigate an open home to look like a pro. Some of these questions you don't need to ask as well because the information's already readily available. So you can sometimes find out how long's the property been on the market, and if you don't ask the agent, you might have an advisor or another contact that can help you. The same with the price guide. You can see the price guide online, so you can probably get a pretty good idea what the price is before you walk into the open.
I've got a big knob question.
What's that?
Show me what's on your agency agreement of opinion of value.
That I never get that though. That's proper knob.
That's proper knob. So buyers agents go down this rabbit hole, and they ask the selling agent to show them what's on the agreement, and it's like, why the hell would I show you an agreement that I have with my seller as to what I've told them what the opinion of value is, and my commission and marketing and whatever the expenses are all on the agreement? Why would I share a private document with a buyer's agent? Weird question. Weird.
No, but not only that, it's got all the confidential information of the owner as well. Numbers, emails. Yep. It's like asking to have a look at your bank statement.
Weird.
As a buyer.
Furthermore, we've expressed to buyer's agents that there's another offer or offers on the property, and they've asked to see those offers on contracts.
Yeah, or screenshots. It does happen. It does happen. So, in conclusion, is there one question which you just think that's genius?
Mm.
I'll tell you
Question, I
mine.
Go.
I think buyers that ask, is the owner looking for a preferred settlement, is a genius question. I think that tells so much. If you know what settlement the owner's looking for, that really puts you in a good position to either try and match that, or if you think that's not going to work for me, here's how I can make it, here's how I can make my offer stronger. Because there's two things you can negotiate: price and terms. They both go hand in hand.
I like that. I'll tell you what I love. I love the question to the agent. It's actually not a question, it's statements. I love people that are so upfront as to their present position. Then I feel like I can help you as a buyer. So I love when a buyer will turn up and say, hey, look, we're living in DY at the moment. Conversation. We're living in DY at the moment. We're in a 2-bedroom. We've got our finance approved. It's me and my partner. We were schooled locally. We've got the approval we've got is up to 600,000. Anything, we're happy to buy this week. That sort of buyer that's very open with information, I think actually makes the agents lunge forward to help that person. So biscuit face at an open house, don't say anything, walk in, walk out, no smiling, yuck. It's hard to help those people. Person that comes through smiling, happy, great with information, chatty. I think that really makes you lunge forward as a real estate agent. So I think just a good old-fashioned chat with an agent is a great idea.
That's the topic. We've smashed it. That's how you can navigate and open like a pro.
Have a great day.
You too.
See you, bud. Bye, mate.